Idleon is an idle MMO which promises deep gameplay and an awesome pixel art style. Created in 2021 by Lava Flame 2, this game has managed to amass quite a large player count. But have you ever thought about what would happen if a new player would try Idleon in 2024? Well, that's what we're going to be finding out today. After spawning in, I noticed two things: the art style, which is really good, and the fact that the game was windowed. I tried finding fixes for this on the internet, but the closest thing I could find was just pressing F11 on your keyboard, which still leaves a little gap in the screen. I've increased the size of the screen for the sake of the video, but this is how it looked when I was playing the game. The footage you have been watching so far is the game's tutorial. It does a pretty good job of introducing you to the basic systems of the game, and it's pretty streamlined. At first, I was confused on why I had the fire wings and a super powerful weapon, but I guess this was just the game's way of hooking you in. In the tutorial, I had to gather some resources to be able to craft this cool looking axe so I can kill the ghosts and advance to the next area. After going through the portal, I was met with a boss who demonstrates some of the humor that this game has to offer and also gives you a reason why you're in the world. I'll just let you enjoy the cutscene. After falling through the world, I was presented with a sync screen. Since I play most of my games through Steam, it was kinda annoying that I couldn't just sign in through Steam and I had to use my email. Just a minor inconvenience though. And here I was, creating my first character who I gave a cone hat. I don't know why I gave him a cone hat, but that's what I decided to do. When I spawned into the world, I saw a lot of players with some really cool gear, which my traffic cone did not compare to. I also saw this really cool scroll thing who gave me some quests. My first task was to defeat some green spores. I gotta say, the combat in this game is pretty simple, but it's satisfying all the same. After completing the quest and leveling up, I was told to make myself my first weapon, a pair of boxing gloves. With my new boxing gloves, I was ready to go to the next area and decimate the enemies. Well, not quite. You see, in every area, there's a portal, and you have to kill a certain amount of enemies to be able to open the portal, and I haven't quite reached that amount. This gave me a chance to test out the new auto grind mechanic, which was pretty simple. It wasn't anything too special, and I also got to locate all of my skill points, which I decided to put in luck. Was this a good idea? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. After unlocking the new area, I went to a different one to the left of spawn to find the mining area, which was really cool as well. In this game, there are two ways that you can gather resources, either by just auto farming them, which just means you click a button and then it'll just auto farm it as long as you want, or you can play a mini game, which gives you more resources, but for that you actually have to be online on the game. As you can see for mining, there's a little like mini game where you have this cart and you try to dodge the obstacles. I'm not very good at this mini game. After getting some ore, I smelted it into copper bars. I used the ore to craft myself some new equipment. In this game, you make more than one character, so that while you're doing stuff on your main character, the other ones can be out grinding. It was my time to make my second character. This is Human Who Alive. As you can tell, I put a lot of effort into naming him. I told Human Who Alive to stay there and mine some trees while I went back to my main character. On my main account, I had to give this basket some sandwiches. Yeah, this is a real quest in the game. And to get ketchup and mustard, you had to kill frogs, which makes a lot of sense. After using a time candy to complete the quest, I moved on to the next area. Here I met Prometheus, who gave me a choice between 3 classes that I can choose. Since in this game you can have multiple characters, eventually you're gonna try out all of the classes. So I just chose the one that I wanted to try first, which was the mage. To get to the next area, I had to kill 40 of these beans, which I got to doing, and I also equipped a skill, which is a new type of combat mechanic, which lets you have a more powerful move, which you use once in a while. The skill I chose was Fireball. I'll be able to unlock other skills later on, but this is the one I just wanted originally. I also created myself a wand, which the other character that I had was farming resources for, and this increased my damage. With the wand, I also unlocked a lightning strike attack, which let me do more damage, but at this point, in the new area, I was seeing how putting all of my stats into luck may not have been the best idea, because now I was really underprepared for all these enemies. Overall, if you're looking for a fun MMO to pass the time that you don't necessarily have to grind, then Idleon would be a great choice for you. This video took quite a long time to make, so please consider subscribing and leaving a like. On that note, I'm out.